Hello, everybody, and good evening on this Wednesday night. Your forecast includes some thunderstorms tonight, more tomorrow. We're going to go over that, the smoke forecast, and a look ahead in this version of Hutch's weather. But first, my friends at Robert Gibbons Sons want to ask you that if you do have a cool or warm spot in your home or office, wouldn't a ductless mini split system make sense? Well, they're energy efficient, they're quiet, powerful, and can provide that year round comfort you are looking for. And you can get up to a $2,000 tax rebate. Call Robert Gibbons Sons today and let them know that Hutch sent you. All right, the hour by hour forecast tells a story. A few thunderstorms tonight. We'll take a look at that radar in a second, but the best chance will be in the Southern Valley and out to the east as we go through the overnight. They kind of will generally fizzle out as they move into southern Minnesota. There will be a few moving through the central part of the Dakotas as we head into your day on your Thursday. And these storms here have a chance as the cool front makes its way into the warmer air mass here in the valley to bring some strong to severe storms here and there. Now, this model not too robust on those storm chances, but the atmosphere will be a loaded weapon, if you will, where we do have a lot of moisture in place. There is some spin in the atmosphere, so any storms moving through here in the afternoon and evening hours here that you see forming could bring all modes of severe weather. Now, hail will be one of the threats, and then overnight we'll have another round pushing in from the west. The severity of these will be a little marginal as far as the risk for severe weather with that main event firing in the evening hours in the Red River Valley and beyond. So that's what we're watching for. Temperatures will be a bit warmer as we go into your Friday, but after the fact, it does look like we'll see a Friday morning chance of some scattered showers and storms from that activity that develops out near the Montana, North Dakota border on your Thursday night. So we'll keep our eyes on that. Thursday's risk of severe weather will be down to the south as we go into the close of the work week. And I just want to take a moment and show you where that severe risk is for the remainder of our day today or tonight, way down into parts of southern South Dakota. We're talking south of Pierre yet. But as we go into your Thursday, I've been telling you about that, well, chance of strong to severe storms. And here is a look at where the best chance of that is. Now we'll take a look at another model on that right now just to show you all modes of severe weather in that yellow area there, which is a slight risk of severe weather. I'm not expecting absolute everywhere seeing storms. They'll be scattered in nature. And the ones that do form could bring that large hail, gusty straight line winds. And of course, the isolated tornadoes that I was speaking of. Let's get down to the business on the forecast. Now, we did look at this model earlier. Here's a different one that does show a little bit more widespread activity just to show you the location and the timing on storms. So as we go through your Thursday afternoon, storms forming up here near the center of low pressure and moving into the northern valley as we go into the 6 to 7 o'clock time frame. So generally after 4 p.m., a chance of strong to severe storms. These kind of take a turn backwards C-shape. Tell you anything? What's it tell you? That's right. It's one of them bow echoes out there. Thanks so much. So here, let me see if we have one deal here, as we do have a couple of folks joining me out there. Lori, good to have you on there. AA, thank you so very much for joining on Hutch's weather. Okay, now let's take a look at this model as we continue into the morning hours. Our chances of showers and storms will generally be pushing their way off into parts of central Minnesota. So we could see a few storms here and there, but not all of us going to see those showers and thunderstorms pressing their way through. They move down to the south toward the cities. So Lakes Country, all of our area here standing a chance at seeing storms, but only a few of us will. And again, those severe weather chances are still there. Now, as heading into the Friday, Saturday time frame, that risk of strong to severe storms will shift down to the south. Now, let's go back to a look at that smoke forecast, because that's been something that's been really choking us up here across the valley over the last, well, weeks of summer, several weeks of summer, as a matter of fact. Here's a look at that lower level smoke in the atmosphere. And what you're seeing right now is not a terrible high quantity of smoke as we look into your future here. So here we go with the smoke tonight kind of drifting its way through. Look at this, a point source fire out there not far from Billings, Montana, lighting up the skies out there with some, well, smoke in the atmosphere down there. Now, as we go into the time frame, this is your Thursday evening when the storms move through, we stay a little bit free of the smoke. After the systems make their way down into South Dakota on Friday, we'll see just a little bit mixing down, but it doesn't look like what we have been experiencing the last few days. So a break from the smoke for the next couple of days, and we'll see a break from the heat after a hot one on your Thursday. I'm expecting low to mid 80s for most of us as we go through your Thursday afternoon. After that, things are looking pretty good. Hey, I do want to take 1 minute and let you know that I have a weather kid this week, and I cannot wait to introduce you to, well, let me see if I can get the right graphic up here, because that was a time ago. Mason, a wonderful weather kid in his own right. But this week's weather kid is joining me all the way from Crookston, and it's Ethan. Ethan, thank you so very much. We'll see you there. And I think I got to correct that. But essentially, looking forward to having Ethan joining me from Crookston coming up here. And I just want to make sure that we have this right. It is Ethan from Crookston. That's right. So we'll see you tomorrow. With regards to that, you can tune in at 4:30 to see the latest. Now let's take a look at what's going on with regards to any questions you may have. Please, no more smoke. Yeah, a nice little break. Justin Taylor said thunderstorm would be the best birthday present ever. Well, you know, a little bit of rain for some of us, because not all of us have seen rain in that forecast period out there as well. So keep in mind that not all of us are going to get that rain. And, you know, it looks like a big yellow area for the storm risk as we take a look at that forecast once again. That's been put out by the Storm Prediction Center. Not everybody in this area is going to see that chance of thunderstorm activity out there as well. So I'm just checking something here, because something did not sound right to good old Hutch here when it came to what I was telling you about Weather Kid Day. So I just want to make sure I have this right. It's Ethan Peterson, not Thompson, Peterson. So Ethan, my apologies on that. Ethan Peterson, cannot wait to introduce you to him on the showroom floor at Luther Family Ford tomorrow, 4:30. Please tune in and give these young people a pat on the back for their efforts. It's always fun to have those weather kids with us. All right, James, good to have you on board. Thank you very much for watching. Hey, saw a lot of you guys out there today at my fine friends over at Gate City Bank. That's the Village West location. Thanks to so many of you for stopping by and saying hi today. And you know what? If you did not catch the event today, or come stop by between noon and 2 when I was out there, the event they have going on is a 2-day event, and you're welcome to check out more details on a location nearer to you, because there is one more and only one more day left of this event. It's at gatecity.bank/100, gatecity.bank/100. Visit that site today, find the location near you, and decide whether or not you want to take advantage of what is an outstanding opportunity. So that's what's going on there. Okay, let's take a look at the more extended forecast. As we do that, Hutch's favorite model going out in the farther length of time is the European model. So let's go ahead and take a peek at what the good old European model is showing as we go into time here. So what you're going to notice is we do have a chance for those fast flying thunderstorms making their way through. This is on your Thursday time frame out there. Now, as we continue in time, working our way into Friday, it does show that some morning storms, this is basically Thursday night, moving through from northwest to southeast, a chance of strong to severe storms across the northern valley is what the European model is advertising. Strong storms will mainly be in the far southern counties as we go into our Friday night, Saturday, and we're going to notice a trend here. More storms down south and into southern Minnesota as we go into the weekend ahead. Now you're looking at Sunday night. Look at this, more of the same. Southern Valley storms. Here we go with a few more spreading through. So we do have a chance at regular storm activity, but not all areas up and down eastern North Dakota or western Minnesota going to see that activity. Hit and miss the way it looks, mainly to the south as we go through about Sunday, and then the chances do increase as this low pressure system swings on through. After that, a little bit quieter. So once again, the warmer temperatures, as you saw in the 7-day, showing that we have that possibility for some severe storms on your Thursday afternoon. 83 Fargo, temperatures dropping off into the 70s for the remainder of the forecast period right into your weekend. Skinny Hubert, watching from Mille Lacs. Wow, fantastic. It's wonderful to see you out there. It's been a long summer of weather for that area as well, with a lot of storms across the region. Camilla says, should I be worried between Fargo and Grand Forks? You know what? There's no need to be worried. Stay informed is what I like to say. So as we take a look at that storm risk and we look in your area, there is, and you are in that slight risk area. This will be updated as we go into the morning hours tomorrow. We'll be able to get you a little bit of a update on this, but essentially, we're right in the middle of the risk for severe weather. We just showed you the 2 or 3 latest models showing those late evening thunderstorms developing up near the international border and moving into northwest Minnesota. So that might be where the models are trending for the most potent of storms to develop is up there. Eileen, thank you for your sharing of stars out there as well. Hey, notice the shirt. Hutch was taking a little bit of time doing something fun, doing something well, that reminded me a lot of Mom. Mom and my stepdad had a beautiful old car. And that beautiful old car has been in my garage for the last, well, better part of a decade now. And I sure enjoy taking it out. So went on a cruise on cruise night to Detroit Lakes. Hi to everybody who was out there. What a great evening for a little bit of a cruise out there in memory of my mom. So there it is. Chance of some storms. Don't be worried. Be informed. If storms form in your area here, well, then it's a good idea to check hutchesweather.com on the website and see whether or not that storm is severe. If you go to hutchesweather.com and if you allow my website to track your location, then you're golden. If there's a warning in your area, it'll show up right at the top of your screen. Now, we can change your area if you don't want to really program or let the system track you. Right above my melon over here behind me, there's a little gear up there where you can basically input your location. So go ahead and type in your location, Grand Forks, North Dakota. You might be in Hillsboro. You might be in Halstead, wherever you are. Well, just let them know, Camilla, where you're at, and it'll let you know the warnings for that community when they're issued so that you know what's going on. So it's a wonderful place. You can track the radar right here on the interactive radar on hutchesweather.com. And this is also where when you see something, Camilla, when you see something, Ethan, good to see you today, Ethan. Thanks for making the visit out at Gate City Bank. James, if you see something in your area and you want to share it with the community right here on Hutch's Weather, you scroll down and you look for this thing here that says, whoop, whoop, it's time to upload videos or pictures to Hutch's Gallery. Now you click on that button, or you can just view the gallery and see what's been uploaded so far over the day or the event. So here is a look at some of the most recent photos that we've had from across the region as we've gone through. Thanks, Julia, for your shot right here in the Detroit Lakes area of an absolutely stunning hazy moon. That's that sturgeon moon that happened there just a couple of nights ago. Thanks so much, Julia, for sharing. And then the morning after, if you will, some beautiful, well, not beautiful. That's a hailstone right there. David shared 3 miles south and 7.5 miles east of Monoman with 1.5-inch diameter pokey hail. That's some pokey hail right there. Sunday morning sunrise, thanks to Julia in Detroit Lakes. So this is where it's all done. hutchesweather.com. You know what? Coming up in the future, I'm going to wrap this one up now since we're kind of running out. Beautiful moon indeed, Charity. Thank you for your comments and thanks to all of you. And thank you for your thoughts and prayers in this difficult time for my family. I truly appreciate every one of you who have taken the time to not only share just words of encouragement, but support. And it all is so very, very meaningful. And my entire family thanks you for that. We will continue to run a schedule here that is not my normal schedule. I'm still taking care of a lot of family business, but it's wonderful to talk to you about the weather. I'm going to do my very best tomorrow to keep you up to date with severe weather when and if it happens. So look for me here. If you do not see me, head over to my website. But the number one thing I want all of you to know, don't be worried. Be informed. And that's the best medicine that I can suggest for you in a stormy forecast. Jill, thank you so very, very much. Blessings to your family as well. And you have a good one. Thank you so very much for your thoughts and prayers as well. Tell Tom and the kids and all my Bismarck friends hi out there as well. That is a look at your weather. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. I can't wait to continue to be watching the skies for you as we move forward. I sure love what I do, and you all make it possible by following me on my Facebook page, by subscribing to my YouTube channel. As these numbers go up, then my ability to be successful and continue to do this goes up as well. So thank you so very much for doing that. Have yourself an absolutely wonderful evening on this hump day, and then we'll move into our Thursday with some Well, hitches in the giddy up weather-wise. I'll do my very best to keep you covered on that, but for now, follow me on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and rest well. Oh, I never did show you those thunderstorms, so before I I completely hang up here, we'll show you what's going on right now because I was driving back from the cruise and there's a little bit of lightning in the sky down to the south. So if you happen to be in this Sisseton area just south of, say, the Britain area, we do have one severe thunderstorm warning. Those thunderstorms down to the south in South Dakota, north of Watertown, south of Sisseton, are kind of developing out there and working in their way through at a very, very slow clip. Here's Lisbon, here's Foreman, all the way down through Sisseton, some thunderstorm activity. There's a little bit of lightning lighting up the sky, but the most recent cloud to ground strike down here not far from the Millbank area, this activity slowly, I mean, it's been sitting there for some time, slowly moving, heading into the evening hours here. I'm going to pull up another radar view so I can loop that radar for you. So give me 1 second while I pull that content up right here on Hutch's weather. Okay, so as we zoom out just a bit, let me go ahead and load up the radar here. Site radar, going back in, and here we go. So this is another little radar view here that'll give us a better look. We'll go to the Aberdeen radar and show you that this radar is hopping with some twos. You see the digits here, 2 and 2. Those there are estimating the hail size up to 2 inches in diameter here, working their way off to the north of the Webster area. Now, these cells are moving to the east. You see these lines drifting off to the east? I can show you how fast the radar is indicating that these cells are going. Easterly at about 24 miles per hour. As of now, there is a severe thunderstorm warning for areas north of Webster. We're talking Roslyn to Greenville, or Grenville actually, and it's 1 inch hail and 60 mile per hour gusts. It'll be the main threat from that particular cell. If you are in the Rutland area, Cogswell area, also all the way down into Lidgerwood and Hankinson, we do have some storms there that are rumbling their way through. These are non-severe. These have a general easterly movement. Notice this one says it's moving northeast and then this one southeast. Sometimes these individual cells can fool the radar into thinking it's moving in that direction when really things are kind of drifting off to the east. We'll go ahead and show you. We do have a flash flood warning, or a flood warning, it looks like, excuse me, that's in effect for the Lake City area from more thunderstorm activity making its way through as well. So because of all of the heavy rain that we've had here of late, we do have some thunderstorm activity that's producing some heavy rain again. Our risk of severe is very low, particularly to the north. The best chance at anything strong, as you saw tonight, will be in South Dakota, and that's where things are rumbling. So as I loop the last, say, well, let's go about the last half hour or so, what you're going to notice is that these are drifting slowly. This line here just creeping and crawling, and if I look at the speed on these, it's east. Generally at east at only about 10 miles per hour to 15 miles per hour. Down to the south, those storms are moving a little bit quicker off to the east at about 25 miles per hour. Locally heavy rain, some hail, but the main event taking place near Winter and down toward the Nebraska border. Heading into your evening. The humidity tomorrow, Charity, that's a wonderful question. I'll take you right to the latest on that, but we're going to start to see just a little bit of a return flow from the south ahead of that cold front that'll be making its way through. I'll go ahead and show you the digits on that. So let's go back to this hourly model here. And this model was not too impressed with the thunderstorm chances. It's kind of dropped some of those, and I have no problem with that, to be perfectly honest with you. There's times we have a loaded keg and we just have not the right trigger, not the right timing, or something doesn't come all together to make that thunderstorm event take place. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this, and we'll look at the thunderstorm chances as we go through Thursday coming out of the northwest. See that? There they go. Thursday evening and into the Thursday night time frame is when those will be rumbling through. The risk here on this model seeming to be in the valley and points off to the east out there as we rumble our way through the night. Now, when you're talking about temperature, let's go ahead and take a look at the dew point temperature. This is the temperature we cool the air to. If we get into the 60s and 70s, it's pretty doggone humid out there. So let's go ahead and take a peek at this. Yep. We got dew points cranking all the way up into the 70s, so it's one of them heavy, sweaty days. It's where you step out of the shower and you never really dry off the rest of the day out there. So yes, highly humid air. This is the powder keg. It's this moisture in the air that is actually the fuel that we need to make thunderstorms. We make all the cloud droplets with the moisture in the air. It's the moisture in the air and these higher dew points that indicate that we have a lot of energy in the atmosphere as we go through your Thursday. That is why there is a risk, because the energy is there. Whether or not it all comes to fruition will be remain to be seen. We do have a new thunderstorm warning. It's a very, very tiny thunderstorm warning, but nonetheless, I will let you know about it. This is not far from you folks in Britain, South Dakota here. You see this tiny little area not far from Claremont, the National Weather Service issuing a severe thunderstorm warning for this thunderstorm cell right here. It's moving at a whole 5 miles per hour, folks. It is just standing still. 1-inch hail is radar indicated, and the gust of wind burping out of that puppy could be upwards of 60 miles per hour out there. So that thunderstorm is making its way off into the Marshall County, Minnesota area as we head into the evening hours here. So be aware of that. The Britain area, it's way off in the distance from you. It's a very small warning, and the reason is because it's moving at only 5 miles per hour. All right, thank you all so very much. Skinny, good to have you on board. Can I expect wind and rain here in the middle of the night? Last night, our wind was epic, and the rain came in a pounding. Skinny, let me know your location. It says like... let's see, I'm just looking back at your other posts here to see if I could see watching from Mille Lacs. Yeah, let's go ahead and get out to your neck of the woods. So a lot of this area here, and you can really see your area right here. Okay, so essentially this whole line is very, very slowly moving off to the east. And as we took a look moments ago at the forecast, we can go ahead and do that one more time with your area in focus here. So we're focusing on east central parts of Minnesota here. Let me move the map up a little bit. This is getting a little bit difficult to work with, so we can see your area. So I'll just move that right up over here. There we go. Now let's go ahead and take a quick peek at the Mille Lacs area for the evening. So these showers and thunderstorms on this particular model work their way to the east. It looks like this model has them fizzling out with just isolated showers and thunderstorm chances. We'll look at one more model here. This is an American model, but it's showing a little bit better chance at some rain showers, and the timestamp on this is going to be at about 10 to 11 in the morning. So it doesn't look like mainly an overnight event, but more towards daybreak for you, Skinny. And that's how I see it. Hi, Susie from Mesa, Arizona. It is wonderful to see and hear from you. I hope you are doing well. And I don't know what the temperature was out there today, but I can tell you right now what's going on out in that Mesa area as we zoom out and zoom back in. What you're going to see here is that got a couple of showers and rumbles of thunder to your south there near the border. As we go down into the Phoenix area, we do have a thunderstorm up there by Cave Creek. So you got some thunder, you got some lightning in and around the Phoenix area off to your west out there. It's likely moving off to the east. It has this little curly Q shape to it. So you know what? You're in the desert, and a little bit of rain out there, not a bad thing. Dorlane, thank you very much. Unless you have a twin, I seen you today at the bank. Thanks for all your weather watching from Lee Lake. You know what? If you were at the Gate City Bank location, a Village West location in Fargo, I was there for a couple of hours today, and indeed that's the case. So thank you for coming in to say hi. If not, head on out to your local branch of Gate City Bank. Head over to gatecity.bank/100. One more day left on this big event. You can find out the details and a location near you. Pretty good opportunity there from Gate City Bank and our friends there. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at it. The severe weather threat down in South Dakota near the Nebraska border tonight. A couple of thunderstorms have become strong and severe in northeast South Dakota. The risk of severe is quite low, but the better chance will be south of us. There are some storms in southeast North Dakota. That's your forecast. Scotty, thanks for joining me in St. Paul, Minnesota. It's good to have you on board. Again, these showers and storms are moving very slowly and will be there towards your area in the morning. And that's a look at your weather. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Thanks for watching. Checking out for the evening here. You can find more weather information anytime, anywhere, hutchesweather.com. Follow me on Facebook by clicking the follow button, please, and subscribe to me on YouTube. Search Hutch's Weather today.